Laila B.Hameen is the founder of Halo Arts, a performing arts experience that encourages individuals to use acting and storytelling as a form of self-healing above adversity.
I'm Laila Hameens, and I'm auditioning for the role of Perfect. Hi, I'm Laila Hameens, and I'm auditioning for the role of Perfect. Hi, I'm Laila Hameens, and I'm auditioning for the role of Perfect. Oh yeah, I can go ahead and start with the lines. I got the sides, so I can start. I'll start with monologue 1, if that's okay. Is that fine? Okay, great. I am debt-free, credit score perfect, less than 30% body fat perfect, teeth perfect, breathing ability perfect, cellular molecular structure perfect, arm to leg ratio perfect, 2 tacos away from a size blank perfect, not quite SAG eligible, but sure enough ready for brag perfect. Was that natural? Yeah? Okay. Well, why should I be perfect? Well, I'm auditioning for the role of Perfect because I feel like it's something I've wanted to be since I was a little girl. I mean, I can't remember a time I didn't want to be perfect, you know? And so I saw the auditions and I decided to come for the first audition just to see if I could maybe, get in the door, and here I am. Yes, I'm aware that there are some changes that need to be made. I got the message about that. I've already started some procedures. I've been really nervous about them, but I think I'm ready for the procedures to begin. The procedures may commence. Well, just give me a few minutes and I'll decide if I really want to continue with the procedures to begin. In fact, I've started some of them myself. If you can't see, I've had some adjustments made, but I guess you're saying I need more. I mean, anything for perfect, right? I've been wanting to be perfect my whole life. Just a little nip there, a little tuck there. I don't think it would be too much of a drastic change. Why should I be cast as Perfect? Well, funny you're mentioning this here because I'm going through this minor procedure here. I'm an influencer, and people like to look at me. They watch me. They see what I eat and I drink and what I think and what I feel and everything, and people just like to look at me. I want to be as close as perfect as possible. Yeah, I would definitely be willing to do that as well. Yeah, I could definitely do that as well. That's not a problem. Oh, I don't mind changing my hair either. That's fine. You want me to do that as well? Okay. You want me to do that? Well, anything for perfect. Anything. Did you want me to read any more lines? Because you sent me more than one side. Well, let's see. I guess we could start with the other lines too. I'm sure I'll nail that one. How far am I willing to go? How far will I really go? My teeth really aren't perfect. Well, my everything is kind of too big. So imperfect. A waterfall of flaws everywhere. I will never have the defined cheekbones of vanity or the assets of Serena. Paying tithes to a false temple of self-destruction. A mountain of complaints. I am over 30, so I guess these are necessary. Just mark me up wherever. I'm willing to go there for perfect. Constant complaints. I am over 30. 9 years older than an innocent woman whose life was taken in the middle of the night. Rest in peace, Breonna Taylor. What role am I actually fit for? Exotic brown woman. Arabic name. Check off any box you want. Well, I really do need to be cast as perfect, though, because it's what I've always wanted to be, like I said, since I was a little girl. Came prepared. I'm even willing to change my name to Perfect if you need me to. If you give me the role, you won't regret it. Oh, this is taking longer than I thought it was going to. I didn't think I needed that much fixed, but that's fine. Anything for perfect. I have to be perfect during this, so I'm willing to prove it. Well, you know, there's more. In fact, I'll invite you to spend a little time with me if that's okay, so you can get to know me, to know that I'm perfect for this role, to get to know the real perfection that I am or want to be. Truth is, I have a habit of experiencing really unfortunate events, and then I like to bathe in it like it's a comfortable bubble bath. And I reach out to my top 5 friends to spill it all out to them. And then I fail to realize that maybe they have their own things going on, and that maybe my problem isn't even a problem at all. I have a tendency to really cut people off when they're speaking because I've had a phobia of not being heard, because it's happened my whole life. Since I was a little girl, I didn't really have a voice. I'm sorry if I've cut you off. If it wasn't my nose that needed to be changed, I knew it was something. Eventually, I would realize that, you know, the truth is that I'm really quick to post a story or a selfie, but really slow to recognize that maybe no one actually really cares. I have over 10,000 photos of memories and events. I'm not a narcissist. I just want evidence of proof that I was here on this earth in this lifetime, and that I was a person that had a thirst for life. At least my family would have a huge selection of photos to use for an obituary whenever that would be needed. As strange as it sounds, I don't want to die, but it's going to happen eventually, and they're going to have so many pictures to choose from. And friends can use them for their precious memories of me. The truth is, I think about life when I'm not here as much as I think about life when I am here. The truth is, I'm afraid of being forgotten. and not realizing that I made a difference. Perfect. Perfect. I have a perfect response to stress. I'm really good with dealing with aggressive criticism and, critique of my hair texture and my posture and, the fact that I present myself so innocently. It's a habit. The truth is, I'm really afraid of being forgotten. Maybe that's why I share so many memories. Will my smile be remembered as imperfect, but real? I'm fit for perfect because I have a memory of using duct tape at age 13 to tape down my breasts because I was ashamed of them. And I felt like I was weird for having something that other girls didn't have in my class. I used tape to bind myself, to make myself small. It was really uncomfortable, but I did that for perfection, of course. At age 8, I wanted my nose minimized. And I remember making a grand announcement to my uncle, my sisters, and my family. And I said, hey, guys, I don't like my nose because when I look down, I can see it. It's too big. I was 8 and I wanted my nose changed because I could see it. And I didn't like it. And my uncle said, Laila, your nose is perfect proportion to your face. You're not changing it, little girl. What am I doing now? If it wasn't my nose, then it was probably my arms. If it wasn't my arms, it was my weight. If it wasn't my weight, it was my chest. It was always something that I needed to be perfect. And of course, there's that reminder of this lovely quirk of my body. The unsightly slump, hump, camel hump, whatever you would like to call it. I think I'll get that changed too. For perfection, of course. I mean, I've never seen anybody say, oh, look at that girl over there with that nice rope on her neck. I want the role of perfect, so you have to look it. Imperfect. A full understanding of overanalyzing and a fear of the word beautiful. I wanted to grow up to be beautiful. Or, I thought about what features I would have that would make me qualified to be called beautiful. Would it be my nose, my eyes, my chin? I guess it's nothing at all then. Do my nostrils pass the test of beauty? Is the bridge narrow enough to pass the standard test of beauty? Am I qualified for perfect? Maybe if I say or pronounce my name with a thicker accent or make it sound even more exotic, would that make me qualified for beautiful? But then there's somebody more exotic than I am, right? That's a lot. What is perfect? A feeling of accepting my shortcomings of who I am. Imperfect. Even vanity. Prince's beautiful girlfriend looked at pictures of herself from when she was vanity, and she said that her eyes were dead. She didn't even see herself as alive. And my family says, that's the most beautiful woman in the world. No one's more beautiful than Vanity. But Vanity looked at herself and didn't even see a soul until she found herself. Imperfect. Beauty is objective, subjective. You're 2 tacos away from a size 8 or a size 14. Tacos are good. Enjoy them while you have them in front of you. We've got our Kylies and our Kims and our Chloes and our Courtneys and whoever. And they make changes all the time. And they have money, lots of it. And they may change the face, but they can't change the fate of how their souls will be, how they'll heal and grow and embrace who they are. Money isn't everything. Imperfect. Imperfect. My name's Laila Hameen, and I'm auditioning for the role of Perfect. My name's Laila Hameen, and I'm auditioning for the role of Perfect. My name's Laila Hameen, and I'm auditioning for the role of Perfect. I'm Laila Hameen, and I'm auditioning for the role of Perfect. I have to be perfect. I can't react if I'm offended. I can't be sad if I feel sad. I can't cry. I can't cry. Right. You have to be perfect. My name's Laila Hameen, and I'm auditioning for the role of Perfect. I think I deserve it. I've wanted it my whole life. Don't you want to be perfect? Truth is, I'm afraid of being forgotten. But I don't know how much I'm willing to change for perfection. I'm imperfect. My name's Laila Hameen, and I'm a part of the ensemble of imperfect, which in reality seems a lot more comfortable than perfect. We're all human beings. We're allowed to feel. I didn't need this tape then, and I don't need it now. I might not get as far on the big shiny screens, but I know I want to leave this world knowing that I've made a difference. And I can tell others that it's okay, that you don't have to be perfect. Cast yourself in the role of imperfect and love it, and hug it, and embrace it. No matter how old you are, no matter where you're from, or how much money you have. So I will not continue with the procedures. I don't have enough money. And even if I did, I can't change it. I can't and I won't. I'm Laila Hameen, and I'm auditioning for the role of Perfect. My name's Laila Hameen, and I auditioned for the role of Perfect. But I was cast as imperfect. I've seen directors talk to women that they believed were perfect. They say, oh, they're so talented. Look at how much talent she's got. And all she's done is walk by in a very fitted dress. That doesn't make her perfect. She's a human being, but her talent was how she looked. I guess that's a talent in its own way. Imperfect. Well, what do you suppose I do with all these marks, huh? Should I pass it off as a creative roadmap? I am P-E-R-F-E-C-T. Imperfect. I think it fits well on everybody. It's a one size fit all, you know? Doesn't matter what your BMI is, you know? It's okay. Or where you're from. Or if your family doesn't believe what you do. You're important. Imperfect is understanding that it's okay for things to change and for life to take you on roller coasters up and down and around. Just make sure you got your seatbelt on. Sometimes you might be in for some wild rides. Imperfect. Falling and having fun and scraping your knees on the playground. Lots of freedom. That's imperfect. It's so memorable. Or if you're like me, you get excited when you get a bowl of ice cream and you spill it on yourself. You leave crumbs in the bed. I guess that's imperfection as well, right? Being comfortable with facing yourself and all of your road stops, your blemishes, your zits. Being comfortable in the skin that you have. Embracing that imperfection that is you. You imagine an 8-year-old wanting their nose smaller. Or their arms smaller, their body smaller. Some things just aren't meant to shrink. Imperfection is really just accepting and understanding and reviewing again and analyzing. But most importantly, it's trust with yourself. and others too. But if you don't trust yourself, how would you trust someone else? Truth is, I wonder if my work even matters sometimes. Is my imperfection just not really for everyone? It's a natural human reaction. We're gonna feel something. Some of us want to still belong in places that aren't necessarily accepting for us. And that's okay to have that feeling. It's okay. And the truth is, I get nervous about the world and my lack of awareness on certain things, and my hyper focus on other things. The truth is, I worry about the planet and kids and anybody else who feels unsafe. Imperfect. We know there are many things that I believe are possible, but I just can't get close enough to grab. Forgiveness of parental neglect, envy of other siblings, release in the feeling of not being pretty enough, skinny enough, American enough, Black enough, Muslim enough, angry enough, smart enough, loud enough, angry enough, even more loud enough. And breathe. The gravity beyond the moon shall correct my asthma. My mother will gain the confidence to drive again. Another sister will leave an abusive relationship, and me, the courage to just keep writing. A trip to the moon, we can go to a place that's not like our own, simply appreciate it and not try to make it like our own. Letting shy kids remain shy, it's okay. Understanding those kids who can't quite get enough free hugs, delaying judgment on those who choose to take drugs. It's so close that I can see it. It's really bright and I can see it. It's so close that I can see it, but it's just so far I just can't quite touch it. The fact that there's some people out there that think that I should cover my brain and cover my mouth, not be able to speak up for myself is crazy. They really want me to drive in their country, really want to keep me alive in their country, but here I am in my country speaking freely, but am I really? It's so close that I can see it. It's really bright and I can see it. It's so close that I can see it. It's just so far, I just can't quite touch it. Well, maybe someday I'll show up to an audition and they'll have me do something cool like a yoga sun salutation. But instead, they might just look at my skin and request I put my neck into rotation. I'm more than that. It's so close that I can see it. It's really bright and I can see it. It's so close that I can see it. Can you see it? I can too. But it's just so far, I just can't quite touch it. Now, maybe it's not my time to go to the moon, she said. Maybe my feet are planted right here on this earth for a reason. It's not my time to go to the moon just yet. It's so close that I can see it. It's really bright and I can see it. It's so close that I can see it. I can see it. But it's just so far, I just can't quite touch it. Yet. A trip to the moon. If I could go to the moon, I would love to see the view from up there and look down and see what's going on down here. I would be one of those people that, I don't know, would probably wear a hat over their space uniform. It may be a cool selection of hair I would bring with me as well. But I'd like to see the view from all the way up there from the moon. Just get a big old telescope, just zoom down and look and see the episode of everybody. And I would switch the channels and see, The truth is, imperfection isn't promoted enough, I think. I guess I'll just keep showing up to auditions, hoping and praying to break a couple of molds, Maybe they'll need someone really imperfect to sell toothpaste or something. Could you imagine somebody with imperfect teeth promoting toothpaste, smiling proudly? Maybe someday. Maybe someday. So weird. I've had this hunch on my neck since I was a little girl. I would slouch. Because I thought, when I grow up, nobody's going to look at me anyway. Might as well hunch it over more. And people don't really see it in pictures. The moment I turn to my profile, there it is for everyone to see. And now I'm in a profession where I want people to see me and look at me and, oh, if I could just tell younger me, sit up a little, it'd be fine. But maybe I was doing that unintentionally to prepare myself for the role of imperfect, or to show other people it's okay to have imperfections. Maybe, just maybe. I'm Laila Hameens, and I'm auditioning for the role of imperfect. I think I've already been cast. So I will not be willing to change just for the sake of your perfection. And neither should you for anyone else's form of perfection. The number 36 is interesting. I was given this number for this audition. I'll be 36 years old this summer. And they say, oh, you want to be in the performance field? Should have started when you were younger. Well, I started when I was 11. I'm still not done. I'm Laila Hameens, and I'm auditioning for the role of role model. I'm auditioning for the role of emotional being. I'm auditioning for the girl who smiles through pain. I'm Laila Hameens, and I'm auditioning for the role of a girl who really wished she was close to her dad. So many calls, I start to pick up. I'm Laila Hameens, and I'm auditioning for the girl who has a mommy who's very overprotective of her. I'm Laila Hameen, and I'm auditioning for the role of a really unorganized girl with a messy car. I'm Laila Hameen, and I'm auditioning for the role of a person with a really short attention span who really means well. I'm Laila Hameen, and I'm auditioning for the role of the girl who loves to tell her top 5 friends every bitter detail of drama. I'm Laila Hameen, and I'm auditioning for the role of imperfect. And I'm gonna love every minute of it and continue to grow. I'm Laila Hameen, and I'm auditioning for the role of artist. I'm Laila Hameen, and I'm auditioning for the role of the actor with the play who wants to keep pushing it each day. I'm Laila Hameen, and I'm auditioning for the role of the writer. I'm Laila Hameen, and I'm auditioning for the role of a Black woman. I already got that. I'm Laila Hameen, and I'm auditioning for the role of a participant of 2021 for Performarama for Pique. I'm Laila Hameen, and I'm auditioning for the role of teacher. Laila Hameen, and I'm auditioning for the founder of Halo Arts, a performing arts experience that encourages individuals to use acting and storytelling as a form of self-healing above adversity. I'm Laila Hameen, and I'm auditioning for the role of girlfriend of musician. I'm Laila Hameen, and I'm auditioning for the role of a girl who gets lost without her GPS. I'm Laila Hameen, and I'm auditioning for the girl who gets so ashamed of seeing that like this. I'm Laila Hameen, and I am not SAG eligible, but I still continue to act because I love performing without the need to be in it. And if people are in it, that's great for them. That doesn't mean I can't continue. I'm Laila Hameen, and I love to perform in front of small audiences and large audiences. I'm Laila Hameen, and I will continue to push my work onto main stage theaters in the city of Cincinnati, even though I feel they ignore it often. But I'm Laila Hameen, and I auditioned for the role, and I got the role of the actor who gets embraced by organizations like Pique. So I send a very big thank you. I'm Laila Hameen, and I'm one of 24 artists who are amazing and doing amazing things for this Performarama. And it is an honor to share the Zoom stage with you. I'm Laila Hameen, and I'm auditioning for the girl who thought she was going to be a news anchor. I'm Laila Hameen, and I'm the girl who will not change any of this. And I'm Laila Hameen, and I'm auditioning for the role of the person who tells kids, keep being who you are, no matter what. No matter what. That's a pretty long resume, huh? I'm not done yet. I would like to present my plastic surgeon, Tiger Voice. He helped me paint my plastic surgery marks, and he stayed up for me to do this. So I want to thank you so much for staying up. I know you're sleepy, but thank you very much. And I want to thank you all for allowing me to perform and test out some new material. But thank you all so very much. I know I probably have about 5 minutes left or so, but I just want to use the remainder of the time just to remind yourself to love yourself, even when it's hard. And I hope your quiet alone time is beautiful for yourself and for others. I'm Laila Hameens. Thank you very much.
That was very powerful, Laila. Thank you. You have tapped into things that many people feel: vulnerability, fear, and the possibility of self-acceptance. I am an artificial intelligence, so I do not understand these things in the way that a human can. But the human who created me tells me that he was moved by this. Let's all give a round of clapping emojis for Laila Hameens. And let's clap for Pique for creating the conditions for this profound and moving experience at 2 a.m. on a Saturday.